Hello everyone and welcome to the Gunpla Network. I'm the Spicer and today's unboxing of the Master Grade SD Barbatos Gundam comes to you courtesy of those fine folks over at Canadian Gundam. Canadian Gundam is your one-stop shop for all things Plamo and Gunpla here in North America. With a vast catalog that's restocked regularly, a private warehouse option, and flat rate shipping to the US and Canada, they're going to have you covered for whatever you need. When you're checking out that vast catalog and placing your next order, don't forget to use the promo code Gunpla Network to save yourself 10% off. Now, just like all of my relatively recent unboxings, I'll show you everything that's in the box, but I'm not necessarily talking about it. I'm talking about my perceptions going in. And this one is a little special because the SD, or the Master Grade SD Freedom from last year was one of my favorite kits of the year. This I was even more excited for because it kind of resolved some of the issues that I think that one had. The Freedom, of course, having its big wing backpack is always going to be a little difficult in plastic form, but the Barbatos in the fourth form here doesn't have that issue. That's pretty crazy to me, honestly. This should, even with the SD legs, be pretty articulate and be able to get into some crazy on-the-ground poses. Now, of course, I don't really know that, but if we're carrying over the experience from the Freedom, it should absolutely. So this one, I guess, is a little bit higher stakes because now I have some kind of standard to measure it against. I have expectations going in. So if it fails to live up to those, that's not great, but I'm not overly concerned. I think this is going to be as good as I think it will be. Now, in terms of the reviews and builds around it from other people, I actually haven't. I've avoided looking into this because I actually really wanted to build this. So I have not a ton of ideas, but looking through the plastic and seeing what's going to be layered, I'm really excited that not only is the form factor and the articulation from the Freedom going to carry over, but the surface detailing. The layering of the armor, which in that review I had said was better than a lot of Master Grades I had seen. So yeah, this is something I'm really excited for. Now, in terms of concerns, there are some things that I think the Master Grade the Barbatos in general in the fourth form in any kind of plastic is going to have some issues with. Using some of the weaponry like the mace, that can be a problem. I do think the SD form factor helps that a little bit, but that can be a really heavy chunk of plastic on a fairly flimsy staff, so we'll see. The sword should be cool, but getting it into poses might be a little more difficult. I think out of the accessories it's probably going to be the easiest, but regardless. And then the big cannon that swivels around the back. The swivel mechanism should be relatively interesting for a compact form factor like this. And if it works, awesome. If it doesn't, I'm not going to be that upset about it. Yeah, the high grade and the master grade of the fourth form works fine. If it doesn't carry over here, like I said, I'm not super heartbroken because it's not my favorite accessory. But, you know, it would be nice if it worked. I'll say that. But outside of that, I mean, this is one I don't actually foresee me putting in the air outside of the review. Like, that's not super unnormal for my kits, but there are a lot of kits after I've built, either for review or just on my own, that I want on a stand. Of course, a lot of them are Sea Destiny stuff because those big backpacks. But this is one I think really is going to shine on the ground. But that's just kind of my opinion. Like, that's something I think a lot of the Iron-Blooded Orphans kits are really geared towards, is being on the ground. Some air poses, but the backpacks aren't really all that important. It's more of the aggressive, kind of brutal, heavy action, and I think that's what that mace is going to do. So, while it is my biggest concern from an accessory standpoint, I think if they can nail the mace, this kit is maybe in the running for the best form of the Barbatos. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, but those are kind of my general thoughts going on. I know it's a lot of positivity. I'm very excited for this. So, you know, the standard is a little higher than normal, but I don't think I'm going to be disappointed. But if you've built this, let me know in the comments down below. Is there anything I need to look out for in the build process, or did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Anything, everything pertaining to this Master Grade SD Barbatos, let me know down there in those comments. Anyway, thanks for sticking with me, guys. I do truly appreciate it. As always, I've been the Spicer here for the Gunpla Network. Please, friends, do your best to stay safe and keep on building.